I see so many crafters wrapping their junk journals in these beautiful fabric, like ribbon. And I found out and heard about if you get a chindi rug, this is 36 by 60, which is huge, right? I got this yesterday at Five Below. It was $5.95 for this giant rug. And I thought I would show you what you get. So, you know, if you go and buy all this beautiful silk, sari silk, and all that kind of stuff, you could spend a couple $100 to get, you know, a nice stash of different colors. But if you spend $5.95 on a chindi rug, okay, I'm halfway done. Look, you're not even going to be able to comprehend the depth. This is like 5 inches thick, and this is only half of it. So let me show you what you get out of there. Look at these beautiful, they're kind of like rayons and stuff like that. Well, you get every color imaginable. Now, when you go to look at them, the thing that I noticed, there were some brights, there were some muted, like overall rugs. So I picked one. I was trying to look at the individual this and going, well, that purple looks nice. Okay, so these are like mostly kind of clear toned colors, and this is what I have gotten out so far. I mean, look at this. Okay, $5.95. Now this I wouldn't be tying on, but look, we could trim this out. And you know how the other day I made those lace clusters? Now I'm thinking, what if I had fun with all this fabric and made clusters out of this? Yes. So let me show you exactly how you do this. First thing you do when you get it home, put it in the washing machine and wash it. Somebody gave me a used rug and I did not wash it before I took it apart. And it smelled so bad, I was going to throw the whole thing away. But I ended up just putting all the pieces in the washing machine. At that point, I decided if they bled everywhere, I didn't even care. So I washed this one right away in fairly almost hot water and just threw it in the dryer. Because again, it's $5.95, right? Okay, look at some of these pieces. Oh my gosh, they're just gorgeous. Look at like this zebra piece, okay? Let me show you how you do this. So once you get it washed and dried, okay, here's the end that I'm on. So you go to one end, right? And, well, let me show you on this end because you're not going to understand. Okay, so what they do is they put this kind of threaded tassels on it. Okay, who cares? We don't care about any of that. All we're trying to do first is you just want to release some of these threads. So what I found was easiest was to just take the, I'll take scissors that don't want to cut on camera. There we go. And once you start releasing, they're very loosely woven. Okay, so see this stuff? You're just going to release this whole end. Okay, so that's how you're going to start. But let me show you once you release that. Then you get to this place. Okay, see how they're all just like loose? And literally, look, you pull it out. Okay, you just pull it from right to left, left to right. And then you just kind of unroll the fabric. Some of them are rolled tightly and some of them are not. See? There you go. So this is just like some kind of a cotton. Most of them are rayon. So there's one piece. So I just wanted you to see how easy this is to do. So here we go. I got another section over here that I've kind of, see, I'm just pulling it right out. And there we go. So get yourself a chindi rug at Five Below. $5.95. You're investing $5.95 for probably about $500 worth of fabrics. I think that's a good return on our money. Right? So stay tuned because then I'm going to show you what would you do with all this is the question you'd probably be asking me next. Well, I ended up with an entire garbage bag because I just put it in a bag for now of all these gorgeous fabrics from that rug. Okay, so I'm just going to get a chance for you to see. A lot of them are like a rayon. I mean, they could be silk as far as I know. I don't know. But they're, see how you can kind of see my fingers through them? there's some cotton, but very little. Most of it is all this fun chiffon-y. That's chiffon. That's what I'm thinking of more in this. So what could I do with all this? Well, obviously, I'm going to be using it, and I'm going to tie around journals and tie it on tags. But I thought, let me just sit here and play for a couple of minutes and show you something. I also want to make toppers, but I'm probably not going to do that in this video. But I was playing with fabric for, I think it was probably Junk Journal January. It was a fabric prompt. And so I just took a large tag and I just glued coordinating fabrics on there. And it makes a really great tag. Well, why don't we make one of those? Maybe I should get the bigger tags out. This is the number 12 tag. These are number 8 tags. So that's the example that I'm going for. Okay, well, let's just play with these for now, and then we'll see. So I'm just going to probably rip, and I'm going to make it kind of gold and orangey and rusty, because then I can use it in my Resurrection Hope journal that I'm working on. So look at this piece. Look, 1, 2, and the design repeats. Oh my, isn't that stunning? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, well, let's take a little piece of that. Now I'm gonna have to use little pieces, and I better get my good scissors, my fabric scissors, right? Because this tag is not that big. Okay, let's just see if I can rip it. Yeah, this is not like cotton, so no, it's not going to rip. Okay, if that's the case, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna pull and cut some little. Let's cut this piece out. So I'm just gonna sit and cut some pieces out, and then we'll play and glue them, right? Okay, here's another. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow, what a gorgeous design is that? It's like an ombre. Oh, it is. Oh, wouldn't that make a gorgeous wrap around a journal? So I'm not gonna cut that one up. I don't wanna cut that one up. Now, the thing about these Hindi rugs, I have a feeling, I'm going to go sort it by colors, because what else can I do to kind of keep track of it? I have a feeling that there is not a repeat at all, meaning one, you know, so if like I said, if I have like 100 pieces, there are 100 different pieces. That's my feeling as I was, you know, taking it apart and getting all the pieces of fabric out. So if that's the case, then if I see something that, quote, I might know I want to use something else, I don't want to cut it up. Isn't that, oh, look at that design. Now, see, you can tell this was probably a salvage piece from something. I have no idea what, but okay, well, let's cut a piece of that design. Put that there. Ooh, now see, this is fun. Look at this one. Oh, what is that? I have no idea what that design is. Okay, we'll put that piece there. And what's this one? Wow, okay, how many designs are on this? 1, 2. That was it. Oh, it repeats again here. Let's take a little piece. Let's take a little piece from there. And then this is really interesting. What is this? It's like that crinkle fabric. Have you ever seen that fabric that it's somehow when they make it like crinkle up on itself, I think. Okay, well, let's just start with those. We'll see how far we get. I got us enough pieces on here, right? Now I'm going to use Uhu glue. And the reason I'm using my Uhu versus the Prit is because I said this the other day, it's very creamy. And when you're trying, okay, well, this is the end of that one. Let me grab another one. Anyway, when you're trying to, oh, great, I'm having fun here. I don't want to throw that away because I'm going to dig it out. But I got to get it instead. When you're trying to put something that has a lot of depth, I don't know what am I trying to say? Okay, paper's flat. I'm trying to go with that thought. Paper's flat, right? Well, fabric is not flat. I want to make it flat, and the only way I can make it flat is by gluing it, right? See how I'm pulling out those wrinkles? Okay, let's try that. Well, I guess it needs more glue. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And we'll leave that hang over for now. There we go. And this piece of red, oh, look at that. Let's put some more on there. This piece of red, oh. Well, I hope that I've inspired you to maybe go to Five Below and see if you can get a chindi rug for yourself, especially if you do not have a lot of fabric, like you never sewed. See, I've been a sewer for my entire life. I stopped, quote, sewing. I stopped sewing clothes in my 20s. I used to make my own clothes. But I made, I did all my own home decorations. I made all my window treatments and all that kind of stuff. So I have some of that fabric left over. But as I've gotten into doing junk journaling, I've purchased or asked for donations from my friends, and they've given me pieces of fabric, like my quilter friend. So if you have a friend that does quilting, definitely ask them, because they end up having little pieces left over from all the cuts that they have to do to make a quilt. And so I've gotten a lot of really fun pieces from that friend. So that's a way to start. And then, as I've also shared, and you've seen me, when you go to a thrift store, look in the well, if they have a bridal section, see if they have any wedding dresses that are covered with, you know, beads and seed beads and all that kind of stuff, because it might be inexpensive, and yeah, you rip it up, but okay, it's better than it going to be thrown in the trash, I guess. And the other place to look in a thrift shop is to look in the dressy dresses. That's where I have shown you that I found some phenomenal dresses, tops, skirts, like lacy things that I've then, you know, taken apart. So that's an inexpensive way. Why will this not stay down? Oh, because I don't have the glue on top of here. That's an inexpensive way to start gathering fabric. And now I'm showing you the $5.95 way to get some fabric, right? Do this version of it. I think, let's put this maybe there, just that little tiny piece. That works. Okay, so let's put a lot of glue on it. And you gotta put lots of glue on the top of the other piece of fabric. There we go. And then we need one little piece right there. Some more glue there. There we go. Now obviously I have to let this sit and dry. I can't finish it in this session, let's put it that way, right? I'm gonna have to wait for these to dry so that I can then trim it. But it's gonna be a really, isn't it gonna be an interesting tag? It's gonna be gorgeous. So stay tuned and you will see what happens when we use all this fabric from my Hindi rug to make tags. And as I said, I want to make some toppers, so maybe I'll do that next. After the glue dried the fabric onto the tag, I took it over to the sewing machine and I just did a plain stitch around the edge of it, just, you know, for fun, a little bit of decoration. And then I've added a large eyelet. And now I'm going to decorate it. And I went through my button box and I found this gorgeous, like, oh yeah, I want to use that button. And then I grabbed another piece of this fabric from this. And it's naturally kind of pleated, right? So I frayed the edges by hand. I was just sitting here playing with that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I want to add this like that. And then this little piece of ephemera that I just stamped from my stash. So I think that little cluster would look really good. So I'm waiting for my glue gun to get warmed up. I'm excited because I can sit and make a lot of the backgrounds with all of those fabrics that I've showed you, right? Like these giant stacks that I now have. I can make lots of different color schemes, and I could do it in 2 steps. I could just make a bunch of tags and sew them and have them ready and then embellish them when I'm using them in a project. Although, as I've talked about, and what I'm learning about mass makes is it's so much better to have it already done and then just, yes, I'm going to use that. And then you just kind of insert it. So I'm thinking that's probably where I'm going to go with that. So let's see. Now I got my super hot glue gun on because it warms up quicker than my low temp. So let me figure out how I'm going to do this. Wait, what if we just put blob of glue? And as I said, I got to be careful with my little fingers here, but I want those 2 edges to kind of be like that. Okay, that got caught in there in the glue. Let's move those a little bit and maybe move that. Okay, that works. Now I want it to be a little bit kind of closer together. Let's see, let's get this over here. There we go. I want to smush it together there, and I want the button to smush it down. Yes. Okay, that I think is going to work. Let's get another shot of hot glue. I think that's going to work. Oh, I've been waiting. This is an antique button that was from my grandmother's stash. Oh, isn't that pretty, pretty, pretty? Okay, let's put this on. Let's use our glitter glue. Let's put that on there. So you've been watching me over the past couple weeks talk about going into all my stamps. Sorry for the little coughing fit. Anyway, you've been listening to me talk about going into all my stamps and pulling out stamps that I know when I bought them, I thought these are so cool. I'll use this. Like this. This was part of a set. No, this was actually a wooden stamp. And thinking I'll use them. And here's what I found about stamps. I have so many stamps, and then you have to figure out how to organize them. And I had a lot of the wooden ones first. And so I ended up having the best luck. I used to work as a commercial property manager for Bank of America. And when we remodeled the banks, we would throw away all the furniture. And I thought they meant throw away, like give away to thrift places. No, they literally threw things away. So I got permission to save some things that I was like, well, I would use that in my house. So I got these 2 huge filing cabinets. Not huge, they're wonderful size. They are 3 rows across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tall. Okay, so that's 27 drawers. And they are legal paper depth. And they were a beigey color, you know, typical old steel case furniture. Well, when I moved here to Florida, I told my son, who is an auto body repairman and who paints cars and metal and all that kind of stuff, that those 2 cabinets were going to end up being in my studio, which is in the front of my house. And could he paint them for me? So I told him the colors that, you know, I wanted to use. And I'll take a picture and put it in this video. I have... he ended up painting them with like 5 coats of paint. So they're custom. They're totally custom. No one would ever find this because he created the paint. He poured and mixed the paint for me. And then he put like 3 coats of clear coat, which is what they put on the top of your car. And anyway, I'm saying all that to tell you that one of those whole cases, 27 drawers, was full of stamps. So I went through them all yesterday and realized I don't ever even open these up. I don't pull them out. I don't use them. Because when I'm making something, it's kind of like what's at hand and I grab and use. So my excitement over doing this mass make has been pull those things out and stamp pages on different papers and all that kind of stuff, cut them up, and then have them in a little box. And so, look, I'm so excited. And I still have 5 more pages to cut up from last night when I was sitting there watching TV. I am so excited because I never would pull these out. Look, I found that I have all these old Tim Holtz stamps. In fact, if you've been around for a while, then you would know these were his blueprint sketch stamps. They're a clock, a lamp, and so I stamped them in. I stamped 2 blue, 2 red, 2 green, and then 2 black for each of the designs, and then I've cut them all out. And then I put all those little stickers that I told you I got from Temu. Okay, you can't see. They're in this box. It's so big. I put all those in one of these, and I had gone ahead and I added string to all of them. So they're totally ready to go. So look, I can just grab stuff and make things. And when I made those metal rim tags, look, they're in here too. So I have a whole section for my Faith tickets right here. So I know if I want to specifically add Faith, and then the rest is just all lots of fun things. So get yourself a box and start making stuff. That's if you have a lot of stamps, okay? If you don't have stamps, don't go buy stamps. But as I've told you about, I bought a whole bunch of new ones, right, from Temu. So I still have stamps coming that are lots more tickets and postage and stuff like that that's coming, that I'll be making more of those. So that's my new fun thing. So I really like this. All I have to do is put some ribbon through it. So should we use one of the pieces? I guess I could rip it. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Wait a second. Maybe this piece. Look, I've got a narrow piece. Okay, well, let's do that. Wonder if I can rip it into a thin strip. If not, I'll have to cut it. But let's see. Does this rip? No, it doesn't rip. Okay. Well, let me see. I'm just going to cut myself a strip that I can use as a tie-on for the top, right? So this chindi rug is turning into a bargain from the sense of all the things I'm going to make. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple more stamps, a couple more tags from this pile that I pulled out, okay? And then I'm going to pull out some different colors and do like a set of blue, a set of greens, a set of pinks, that kind of stuff. That way I will have these totally ready to go. Now that might not go through that way. Let's try it this way. Let's see if I can get it through. Oh. Okay, my fingers are playing around weird today. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Got it. Oh my gosh. Is that not? Oh, it's so unusual and cool. How cool is that? Oh, wow. Is that not a special, very special tag? So stay tuned. I'm going to be making more and I'll show you those. Okay, we tried that. What else do we have sitting here that we didn't use the first time? Maybe I should get that design on there. Oh, there's this. That's the side with the design. Let's get the design on this one. Look at that design. Okay, let's put a little bit there. Okay, so we're going to use Uhu instead. Get my stick glue out. So were any of you raised to be seamstresses, sewers? Do you have a sewing machine? Have you ever sewn in your life? I meet so many young people and they're like, what do you mean a sewing machine? They were never taught how to make anything. And I feel sorry for them. All of my children, my 3 boys and then my 3 girls, it's like, no. For Christmas gifts, they had to make gifts. That was my rule. And, you know, I would help them be creative of what they could make for. We always made the gifts for the grandparents. The kids had to make something. And so it was really fun for them because over the years, as the children, as my children got older, the gifts that they made were nicer. But it was just the thought. I wanted to teach them, you know, gratitude, respect, right? Gratitude for grandparents, respect for them. Okay, oh no, this is actually going to be cool. Okay, it's much better with the glue stick. Yeah, forget the glitter glue. Maybe I can salvage that one, but if not, it won't matter. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, let's see. I can always close trim it later. I just want to get all the excess off. Okay, let's go down this one. So are you going to buy a chindi rug? Let me know. Let me know what you think, if I inspired you to expand your materials for junk journaling. There we go. Let me peel that back just a little bit and get the real good edge done. There we go. Get to the edge. And then you just push the fabric, like I'm stretching the fabric type of a thing. Interesting. That one's going to be pretty. That's kind of its own focal point, right? Maybe I just like hang things off here. So we'll make one more in camera, and then I'll finish those up and show you, and hopefully that will have inspired you, and you're going to go get your own. So, oh, look at that piece. That's a good piece. So it's just like collaging with fabric, with paper. Listen to me. Okay. It's just like collaging with paper. You just put the glue down. You glue stuff down. That's all we're doing. Okay, let's pull that. Oops. That's pretty along there. Oh, I like that. Oh, wait, maybe we should use it this way with this design on the bottom. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to get underneath there. I'm processing the videos that I am making for the Resurrection Hope, which comes out in a couple days, Bible study. So, as I'm, I am so sorry, my voice this morning. Anyway, I've done a lot of the videos, and now I'm just processing them on my other computer. And so while I wait, I decided, well, I might as well make some fun stuff. So that's what I'm doing with you. It's making another video. There we go. So which glue stick is your favorite to use? Which is your go-to? Which do you use? Have you upgraded to the, I call them the professional, the Uhu and the Prit? Yeah, there's the Prit. Have you upgraded from Elmer's? The problem with Elmer's glue is it's inexpensive. It's inexpensive because it has a lot of water in it. And the more, because that water's free, cheap, right? Okay, so the more water that it has, the less of a power to stick. So that's why I stopped using, I used to make all of my stuff, all my mixed media stuff, that I have stacks and stacks of things that I have done. If I go to look at it and touch it and play with it, it starts to fall apart. Because that's the kind of glue that I used in those days. I didn't know about, you know, any other kind of glue. Ooh, we got a little piece of this. We have that piece. Do we want to put some green on here? Okay, let's use this piece. Let's do a piece across there of this. Like a horn. That would be fun. Let's do that. We'll put that across there. And the blue, ooh-hoo, there's a clear, okay? The blue ooh-hoo I like because I end up using just the right amount of glue. Because it's blue, I can actually see where it is. When you have the total clear, I think I have the glue, and then I have to keep adding more. So I bought the glue for that specific purpose, and so far it's working out really well. We have one more little strip. Let's see, is that, it's probably not wide enough. Oh, well, we could put this on there like that. Okay. Let's see if we can make that work. So I'll be sad that Mass Make March will be over. However, there are so many videos that have been generated that I am going to be spending a lot of time in the next weeks and months just going back and watching all the videos. What I started to do recently, because there were so many coming at me on a daily basis for Mass March, is that I got a notebook out. And as I would watch the people that I follow, I kept a note of what was the name of it, what's their name, so that I could then say, yeah, I want to do that, and then have a memory of, okay, that's the one I want to do, so that I can in the future go find it really quick. So that's just a little tip for you if you watch, which I'm sure you all do, lots of crafters, trying to keep track. So if you like a video, hopefully you know in YouTube, you always can go to yourself and look up all the likes that you had. So you can always go that way. But then I have to search through non-crafty things that I might have watched. Okay, this one is not wanting to stick down. So I ended up creating myself a private playlist. And I don't know if you know how to do that, but I saved the things that I want to go back and do or watch again into that playlist. So then I go, yes, okay, now that's the one I want to do. So now I have my own way of inspiring myself. So if I want to sit and craft one day and I kind of go, I don't have any idea. Although that's a joke, I always have ideas. But if I didn't have an idea, I could just go to that list and watch a video and go, yeah, that's what I'm going to make. I'm going to make that. So let's trim it that way first. And then that way I have the time to sit here at my desk, watch the video, and actually make it with the person that I'm following. And I think that really works well for me. How do you manage your inspiration? What do you do? There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 more to dry and then to decorate. Things dried up, and I took them to the sewing machine and I edged them, and see what I did around that one and that one and that one. And then I got so creative and finished them. Oh my gosh. Okay. I knew in my head this was a really good idea to get all this chindi fabric from the chindi rug. But now that I've made a whole bunch of stuff, and wait till you see, I have even more. I'm really even more excited because this is extremely inspirational because of the phenomenal colors and patterns and stuff. And just look at the fun things you can make. Okay, look at this gorgeous tag. So I added a little piece of ephemera that I stamped in that gorgeous button, right? Oh, yes. And then over here, this is just, I'm going through my stash. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm just going through my stash and I'm pulling out all this stuff. Here's new tickets that I made. I got this fun thing at Dollar Tree. They have them in silver and gold, so that worked really well in there. And then this, I didn't want to cover up the pattern. So remember when I made my metal rim tags, I just decided to hang them from there. Look how gorgeous that is. Now, when I go to use this, I could always add a word or a Bible verse or something like that. So there's those three. And then I had mentioned and thought about, well, what if I made like little clusters? So look at the clusters that I made. Oh gosh, they're so beautiful. And look, I've got little seed beads on there. Okay, you get these at Valentine's Day at Dollar Tree. You can get them in pink and red. So I've had them for a long time. And again, you just take the little pieces of fabric and you glue it. I just took a little piece of cardboard and just used my the cool glue gun and just glued it on. Okay, look at this one. Oh no, you're gonna get, I'm so excited about this. So see these two little pieces of fabric and then this is some leftover trim. Do you see this really cool dangle that I have on there? Do you know what that is? That's actually an earring. So I bought some earrings from Temu and this is so paper thin metal. It's really probably not even metal, who knows? And these earrings, I would never in a million years wear these. They probably would hit my shoulder and drive me crazy. So it was one of those special deals where you got like 5 for $5 or something like that. And so I ended up spending probably $20 and got myself like 30 new pairs of earrings. And I only wear silver because of my white hair. Anyway, I decided I'm not going to wear it. Wait, Diane, put it in your stash because look how perfect it is. Look at that gorgeous dangle. Okay. And then this was just kind of layering things and then using a ball pin and putting some seed beads on there. Here's another one. Now this is one of those pieces that I told you I just made yesterday with stamping. You know, that's a Tim Holtz old. He did this whole series. I think I probably have them all. Anyway, isn't that one pretty too? Okay, then I decided to pull out some of those blues. Oh, wait till you see what I made. And I had to just stop because I want to get the video done. Whoops, that doesn't go there. Look at this. So this is the number 12 tag. Number 12 tags are 4x8. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yes, they're 4x8. They're 4x8 tags. And I've had that for forever. And so all I did, look at all this one, this last background is gorgeous. Here was another little coordinate, sew on the rug piece, and then another little piece, and all I did was glue it down. And oh my gosh, I think that's stunning. And then look at this one, look at this piece of fabric. I have to show you the piece. Okay. It's actually a really long piece. Look at it. Is this not beautiful? I could end up wrapping this around a junk journal. So I just spread it on I attached it with glue, the glue stick, remember, because I told you I didn't really like the art glitter glue for putting the backgrounds down. And then just picked out a bunch of the things I've just been stamping and having in my stash in different colors. And then I had just found this at Dollar Tree the other day. And look, it looks like a piece of metal, right? How cool is that? Stickers. And so I put that with another little piece of fabric and then tied it. Okay. I am very excited. I think these are absolutely stunning. So I cannot wait to add them to my junk journals, and I will be making more. But this is probably the last video that I'm going to make for Mass Make March. And the mass make on this is, number one, if you don't have a lot of fabric or if you just want some new fabric, go to Five Below, get a $5.95 chindi rug, take it all apart like you saw in the beginning of the video. You just pull that. First you wash it, then take it all apart, and now I have bags of just color coordinated rayons and oh my gosh, these most gorgeous fabrics. And then you mass make, just make a bunch of tags, make a bunch of clusters. So now I have these gorgeous color scheme things just like all ready. So you can turn this into a mass make, but it starts with how to grow your fabric. That if you would like fabric. Now you're not going to get vintage. It's not, chindi rugs are not vintage. I think this style is probably more boho is what I would call it. And I do boho stuff, so I think it's going to be fine. Or it might prompt me to make something more boho, right? So you're not going to get lace. So if you want to grow your lace fabrics, what have I been telling you? Go to the resale shops. Look for bridal gowns. Look for evening dresses, skirts, tops, pants that have beading and all that kind of stuff on it, because they usually sell them for $3 to $5, and then you've got all this gorgeous stuff. I hope that you have enjoyed this mass make and that you are inspired, and let me know if you're going to get a chindi rug or if you already have one. Please like this video for sure. That helps my algorithm, and it really helps me grow my channel, which I so appreciate, because you know that my whole mission is to infuse our creativity time with time spent with God. I hope you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time.